During the fighting, I learned that their newly elected councilor, the retired Army Colonel Fernando Bahit, had died. He sacrificed his life in defense of his town, but not before he shot and killed Yusuf Najal, a leader of the Abu Sayyaf. Some hostages were voluntarily released by the terrorists. Mrs. Corazon Trota and 4 of her family members were allowed to bring out the body of Mrs. Trota's husband, Rodolfo, who had been a patient in the hospital. One could say that Rodolfo Trota's death made possible his family's freedom and safety. After officers interviewed Mrs. Trota about the situation inside the hospital, they started planning a final assault. Dusk was approaching and the battle didn't seem close to ending. One of those ordered to attack was Lieutenant Kenneth Bulo, a tank officer. Shortly after this video was taken, he was killed inside his tank by a rocket-propelled grenade fired by the enemy from point-blank range.
Nakaganyan na ako, sabi ko, hindi ko mailabas yung camera. Pag nilabas yung camera, baka targetin yung lente. Ang pagkamala, mga Abu Sayyaf.
Rumors spread that Abu Sayyaf reinforcements were arriving and would take over the town. The small group of journalists covering the battle met to discuss whether to leave.
Tataguan natin doon. Kita mo yung taas noon, tapos mga armado.
Buti kung payagan tayo doon.
Except for the combatants, we were the only outsiders in the town. We took cover in the heavily guarded compound of Mr. New, a coconut trader with a young family. My colleagues hurriedly filed reports and pictures.
Hello?
Our group decided to leave as Mr. New prepared for war.
Magsalba, magsunod sila. Anong gagawin?
I suggest you better stay in one place muna. Let them keep on fighting. Kasi nandito man kami.
Natin alam kung anong kondisyon sa highway, suddenly magkaroon ng encounter, suddenly bumaba yung mga grupo ng Abu Sayyaf. Ayaw natin mangyari na tayo maging biktima dito.
At ito ho ang kinailangan paghandaan ng ating mga sundalo at
Bullets were landing in the compound when we finally exited.
Midilim na, sumasapit na yung gabi. Walang nakakasigurado kung ano yung magiging sitwasyon. Ano sa'yo mo, Dennis?
Wala, naikipit tayo sa crossfire. Pinakamagandang para natin, lumayo tayo muna.
Alam mo, baka wala siyang... GMA News cameraman June Fronda worried about his reporter Rafi Tima, who had apparently been left behind.
Magre-report yun.
We saw a jeepney going to Isabela, the provincial capital, and didn't hesitate to get on. But Rafi was still missing. Even on the road, we were still not home free. Bandits were reportedly just around the highway.
Tama yung decision mo, wala tayo ron.
But we didn't expect that soldiers at a military checkpoint would suspect that our jeepney's rooftop full of men could be Abu Sayyaf bandits. We heaved a sigh of relief when we got through and finally arrived at a hotel in Isabela. My colleagues started filing reports again. Then someone suddenly arrived. Reporter Rafi Tima had escaped from Lamitan on a borrowed motorcycle.
Yung Abu Sayyaf, kumalat na raw.
Yung mga Abu, meron daw 80 na naglanding sa mga 3 kilometers away. Kolonya. 80 na Abu Sayyaf. Siguro yun yung reinforcement nila. 80.
Yung pag-alis natin, may nag-react. Sabi, akala ba namin matapang na yung media? Paano yan? May iwanan na kami. So, feeling ko, yung pag-alis natin doon, naging signifier na delikado na yung lugar. Kasi sila nagtatanong, ba't kaya alis? Diba, kaya pa ng militar. Sabi namin, mas maganda na lumagay sa safety. Di ba?
I left Basilan even before the end of the crisis, and as storm clouds were about to burst. In Lamitan, I saw death, but also worthwhile reasons to risk life. The defense of one's family, community, and country. But as one of my colleagues told me as we left Lamitan, no story is worth dying for.